Hi everyone, this is Dr. Madhuri, Team MDS Conquer. So I hope everyone is doing good. In this video, we'll see about the taste pathway physiology aspect important for the finish line paper 1. And in the further video, we'll discuss about the applied aspects of this taste pathway. So this is the contents of this video. Coming to this introduction part, you can write like this: chemosensory functions of taste are play important role because alteration in this pleasurable sensations will have a serious implications on the life of the individual, and even with it, it will affect the quality of the life. So you have to include the taste buds, which are very important. These are a oval or a barrel shaped structures. Its diameter is 80 micrometers in height and 40 micrometers in thick, and they extend from basal lamina to the surface of the epithelium. So this is the structure of the taste bud. So you can draw this structure. And there are 4 types of cells in the taste buds. There are type 1, 2, 3, 4 cells of the basal cells. So you can see here, this is the type 1 cell, this is the type 2 cell, this is the type 3 cell, and this is the type 4 cells, which are called as basal cells. So this type 1 cells are present in the outer surface, and the inner layer consists of this type 2, and in between the cells of inner layer type 3 are present, which are neuroepithelial cells, and the type 4 are the basal cells. This type 1 and 4 are the supporting cells, whereas type 3 are the taste receptor cells and helps in the taste perception, whereas type 1, 2 and 3 have projections called as microvilli, which project into an opening in the epithelium, cover the tongue, which is called as a taste pore. So you can see here in this thing, you can see this the taste bud, this is the taste papillae which are present on this tongue, valate, foliate papillae and fungiform papillae, whereas filiform papillae does not contain these taste buds. And this is the section of the tongue showing the taste: anterior region sweet, lateral anterior salty, posterior lateral sour and bitter in the middle of the tongue. So you can see there are 5 primary or fundamental taste sensations, that is sweet, salt, sour, bitter and umami. You can draw this diagram showing depicting the sites with their taste sensations. And coming to the sweet taste, mainly produced by the organic substances like monosaccharides, polysaccharides and glycerol alcohol aldehydes, and inorganic substances like lead and beryllium. It has a receptor, that is GPCR receptor, and sweet substances will bind to the receptor and causes depolarization via cyclic AMP. Salt taste, it is produced by chlorides of sodium, potassium and ammonium nitrates, and some sulfates, bromides, iodides also produce the salt taste. And the salt receptor is the epithelial sodium channel receptor, and this, when sodium enters into this receptor, it releases the glutamate, which causes the depolarization. Then coming to the sour taste is produced because of hydrogen ions in the acid and acidic salts, and this sour receptor has the name same as epithelial sodium receptor, and beside this, other receptors such as hyperpolarization activated cyclic receptor nucleotide gated cation channel, that is HCN, are also involved in the sour sensation. Then bitter taste, it is produced by the organic substances like quinine, morphine and picric acid, and bite receptor, that is GPCR, and the sour substances activate this phospholipase C through the G proteins, and it causes production of the inositol triphosphate, which causes depolarization, releasing the calcium ions. Then coming to the umami taste, actually it is recently recognized taste sensation. In the Japanese, the word means the delicious, and the receptors of this sensation will respond to the glutamate, particularly the monosodium glutamate. Then coming to the umami receptor, it is also called as a metabotropic glutamic receptor, and its exact mechanism is not clearly understood, and activation of this umami taste receptor is intensified by the presence of guanosine monophosphate and inosine monophosphate. And coming to the taste transduction, this is a process where taste receptor converts the chemical energy into action potentials. And these receptors of taste sensation are chemoreceptors, which are stimulated by the substance dissolved in the mouth, and it causes the development of the receptor potential. So coming to the pathway for the taste, receptors for taste sensation are the type 3 cells of taste bud, and each taste bud is innervated by 50 sensory nerve fibers. And this taste sensation to reach the cortex from the taste receptors need 3 sets of neurons. So 3 sets of neurons include first order, second order and the third order neurons. This first order neurons are the nuclei in 3 different cranial nerves. So you can see the chorda tympani fibers of facial nerve, glossopharyngeal nerve fibers and vagal fibers which run from taste buds into other regions. So these are present in the medulla oblongata. First order neurons are present in the medulla oblongata and terminate in the nucleus of tractus solitarius. Whereas second order neurons are present in the posterior ventral nucleus of the thalamus. And the third order neurons are present in the lobe of the cerebral cortex. So in this diagram, you can see the lobe of the third order neurons. Thalamic nucleus or a ventral posterior medial nucleus consists of second order, whereas medulla oblongata consists of first order neurons. And the taste center will be of center for taste sensation opercular insular cortex. So the taste fibers do not have an independent cortical projection. Then taste reflexes from the tractus solitarius. A large number of impulses are transmitted with the brainstem, and these in turn will transmit the impulses to the submandibular sublingual parotid glands to help the control of secretion of saliva. So role of saliva is it will solvent of chemical stimuli, transport stimuli to the taste buds, determines the threshold of stimulus, and major role in this process it dissolves and carries tassans too, and saliva also serve as a protective agent for the taste. Then perception of the taste, this is concentration of peripheral nerve endings in the mouth and representation post central gyrus over a large area, and the submucous plexus and the dorsum of the tongue are helped in the perception of the taste. So these are the references for the video, that is for the taste pathway, and I will discuss the taste pathway applications in the other video. Thank you guys.